Y continúo pasando la aventura. Capítulo 4.
Oh, why couldn't Lapino have just for once not got himself captured? Was that too much to ask? He shouldn't be too hard on the rabbit. No, he meant well, and he was insanely brave. You have to admire that.
Llega a la cima de la montaña, ok.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. They really needed to construct additional pylons.
Joder, sí que me quitaron vida, Manda cojones. No da nada. Aquí había más, ¿no? Ah.
Who needed a doctor when you could eat fruit to heal?
Pues sí, ¿para qué quiero médicos si hay frutas? Ya se sabe que son buenas para las heridas. Siempre curan mucho. Madre mía, tanto jarrón aquí. Para nada. Aquí abajo tenemos más jarrón. La verdad es que los gráficos, ya digo, me encantan. Muy bonitos, muy cucos. Ah, mira, y aquí hay otra puerta, pero no creo que aquí pueda. No, espada errónea. En un futuro, quizás.
Renato felt new powers ready to blossom within him, or something.
Dame salud, amigo. Y dame de estas mierdas también. Que quiero subir de nivel.
Anyway, there was no sign of him or the ravens who'd captured him. Just rocks and snow and the usual scouts. No sign of the core either. Was this a wild rabbit chase? Oh, trust Lapino to screw up even getting captured. But what was this rebellion for anyway? Well, Lapino was a useless goof, but he was a friend. If friends didn't matter anymore, what was the point of
Así que subimos aquí,
Paw.
Ahora es lo que ponía al principio, subir a la cima de la montaña. Pues vamos a la cima de la montaña. A full vida.
Most people still use doorknobs.
Anda.
Renato thought of the choices he had made so far. Rescuing a friend and then sending him to be captured. Recovering a super weapon and letting it fall into enemy hands.
Me gusta cómo está la cámara puesta,
Enemy base for military secrets.
Es un acierto cómo se mueve y cómo está puesta, la verdad.
At the end of the mountain path, Renato came to a clearing. There was a campfire, raven feathers, and Lupino's lucky deck of cards. Well, that wasn't good. Renato hoped Lupino would not try to cheat his captors at cards. Ravens were much better than weasels at counting, and they had a very poor sense of humor.
Then, he saw what he had hoped never to see. Fresh scraps of rabbit fur. Ragged and bloody, ravens would eat anything.
By Crabthar's hammer! Renato screamed at the sky. I will avenge you!
The rebels had assembled their fleet. Ahead, the clouds were dark with Imperial ships. If he could reach the Emperor before the rest of the rebels did, maybe he could settle this without too much bloodshed. He set sail, and the Farfarer shot forward.
Vamos allá.
Poor Lupino had never been a great warrior. The mad rabbit was good for a lark and a laugh. And a pint. The thought of ravens
Me
eating
llega
him
para
made Renato
mejorar.
furious.
Tal, sigue sin
The way
llegar.
they were eating up the land.
Y esto de
The way
las
the
gemas.
Emperor was eating up the people with his new
Está
bloodthirsty
bloqueado.
ways. He would make them all pay.
Venga el lapino. Vamos a ver si lo vengamos, pues. Espada de Rone, pues por aquí no es. Debe de haber otro sitio.
Nice. That could be
Nice. Defensa agresiva. Contraataca. Un ataque vale, con contraataques causamos daño. Y ya estamos en pelea. Ya un poco el truco del combate. Justo cuando les sale la interrogante, si tú les atacas a ellos, también les jodes. Entonces tienes que cambiar el objetivo y guiarte y atacarles a ellos, básicamente. Es eso. Vale, si solo hay salud no me interesa, pues. Porque estoy a tope.
Hoped his hook didn't break.
Qué mal estoy aquí. Hostia. Hostia. ¿Qué? ¿Pero por qué no le he dado la...? Hostia, ¿qué? No sé por qué.
What dreams may come, he thought.
Vaya.
Then, he found out.
No sé por qué no le he dado la... ¡No! Ataque mal. Mira que ya lo tenía, Mira que ya lo tenía. Me cago en tal. Pero muerto. ¿Pero por qué no ataca, joder? Es que tiene que recargar algún ataque o algo. No me ataca. atacaba. Debía de ser que tenía que cargar algún ataque. Y claramente esto no lo podía usar, no sé por qué. Imagino que tendría que recargar la mierda de la barra esa. No me fijé, la verdad. Ah, bueno, como me dio, joder, si es que me tiré. Joder, cuando hay tantos se complica, ¿eh? ¿Qué coño es eso?
He had given up every objective to save his friend. He'd give up the
Hostia.
armature, the core, the
Vale,
gem,
vale.
and even Zenobia. He loved Lupino, he realized. And now the rabbit was gone. A hero looks out for his friends, even when they're gone. He would send Lupino an honor guard of ravens to serve him in the halls of the Valiant. He would avenge him.
No tiene nada. Joder. Ah, mierda. Solo 20 de salud, vaya puta mierda. Así está, que ya morí. Madre mía. Uy. ¡Go! ¡Go! No sé por qué se ilumina eso, pero está bien. Aquí habrá otra pelea. Hay mucho espacio, estaba claro. Tiene un escudo ese cabrón. Vale, vale. ¿Y cómo se le rompe la guardia? Sabe Dios, a ver. Los soldados de escudo bloquearán tus ataques. Agarra y lanza a otro soldado contra él. Hostia. Vale, vale. Otro soldado, Estamos de coña. ¿Cómo? Vale, esta hay que volver a empezar. No sé cómo coño agarro y lanzo a otro soldado hacia él. No se lanza, tío. ¿En qué botón se lanza? Ninguno. Pues. ¡Joder! Vamos allá. Me perdí casi toda la puta vida. Y ahora que viene aquí un jefe final o algo. Ah, no, que se abre una puerta por ahí. Espero que haya vida, ¿no? Que haya vida por aquí. Que no la va a haber. Pues que le dean si muero, pues morí. A lo mejor ya es el final. Sí.
And there was Lapino, surrounded by ravens. He was alive.
Guay, guay, guay.
Some other rabbit. I'll save you! He shouted with joy and flung himself at the ravens. Oh, you shouldn't have, said Lapino when the last raven was down. Renato threw his arms around his best friend. I had to come. I love you, man. You really, really shouldn't have, said Lapino. And Renato felt a rather sharp pain in his back. As he collapsed, Lapino took the dagger out of Renato's back and wiped it off on Renato's sleeve. Why? You always have to be the hero. Brave Renato, epic Renato, super sexy Renato, and I'm sick of it. But I loved you. And you thought I was the idiot, said Lapino as Renato died. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. Lapino was a traitor. Renato had suspected there was something wrong with the Mad Rabbit. But now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
Ah, o sea que es como que desbloqueé una historia. Y en esta historia es que el Lapino este es un traidor. Curioso. Y quedan como 3 más, ¿no? ¿Y cómo las veo? Para continuar desde que das.
Choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him.
A ver.
Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Creo que la que pasé es esta. Por eso no me pone el interrogante. Y estas son las que no hice, entonces. Que me cambiarían la historia. Pues vamos al templo, va.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful.
Eso sí, queda para el próximo capítulo el tema del templo.
And so,
De momento lo dejo por aquí.
Went ostrich hunting.
Bueno, esto ya lo veré en el próximo capítulo, va.